Come in.
Hi.
Hi.
Jensen Gao at ADP.
Hi, Tanya Kaiser.
Great.
No, Lynn.
Lynn,
Sorry.
very nice to meet you. How are you doing today?
Doing good. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Do you mind
Have
if I
a
take
seat, please.
Thank you. How's your day been so far?
Busy, but good.
That's good.
How about you?
Every day's a good day.
Good.
I understand how busy the Friday could be.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Crazy
First of all,
day.
I'd like to give you my business
Oh,
card.
great. Thank you.
And I just want to make sure that we have clear lines of communication. Do you
Yes.
happen to have a card with you as well?
I do not have any on me, but I'll pick one up out the back office before you leave.
That's totally fine.
Okay.
Well, Miss Ling, once again, I'd like to formally introduce myself. My name is Jensen Gao, and
Okay.
I'm a with ADP small business consultant.
Great.
And for ADP is basically a U.S. largest payroll company, and we focus on services such as cash management, people management, and risk management.
Okay.
And then we're providing services to around 600,000 clients, and 2/3 of them are like small businesses just like yourself.
Okay.
So does that kind of give you like a brief overview about what we do?
Okay, yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I know that we talked the other day over the phone.
Yes.
So does it 20 minutes still working out for you?
Yes, we can stay there 20 minutes so that we can make sure, because I want to hear what you got to say. I'm a little concerned about the price of all this stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
I understand.
Yeah.
I definitely understand. Okay. Well, once again, thank you for having me.
Okay.
And would there be anybody who would be benefiting from this meeting? Or
Well, no, my husband and I will make decisions together,
Okay.
but he's not available right now. So
Okay.
I just wanted to hear, what you guys had, and then we can kind of go from there.
Okay, that's
Okay.
awesome. Well, for today's meeting, I came up with an agenda so that we can
Okay.
use best of your time.
Sure.
And basically, just try to tell you a little bit about what we do.
Okay.
And then at the same time, to learn a little bit more about your company.
All right.
And then see how ADP, cash management, people management, and risk management can play a role in that.
Uh-huh.
If there seems to be a fit between what you need and how we can get you there more efficiently, more effectively, then we can discuss that further in details.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Sounds good.
That's awesome. Well, if you can kind of tell me, what affects your decision-making process for your company, and what are some of your goals for the next 5 years?
Well, what affects my decision is, of course, the bottom line for what it's going to cost me time and money. In the next 5 years, we intend to grow. Of course, you don't want to go into business and not in flat line.
Absolutely.
We want to expand within the next
Okay.
5 years, either our location or with the second location.
Okay,
One of the two, not sure yet.
that's great. Have you thought about any ways of doing that?
Well, we've got a couple of different proposals that my husband and I are kind of going through right now and trying to think through. But, right now my biggest concern is the amount of time that I'm spending with the payroll service. Not payroll service, but payroll.
Yes, I completely understand. Especially if you're looking to grow and expand to a new location in the next few years, definitely at times very viable to you, right?
Exactly, it is.
Right.
It really is.
Okay, so what do you currently use for your payroll system?
You're looking at her, myself.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing calculations and
Wow.
printing checks, signing checks, stuffing checks. My cousin is a CPA, so
Oh, nice.
yeah, he
Nice.
helps us with the tax part.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So pretty much everything is in house.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is.
That's cool. That's cool. Have you encountered any, sort of like challenges at all for doing payrolls just by yourself?
Keeping up with it, because I'm on paper when people turn in vacation requests and time off requests. So that's me having to keep up with all of that. I keep that in a file cabinet.
Okay.
So I have to be here at the office if I'm trying to do payroll, because I have to know if the person that didn't clock in that day is because of a approved vacation request or time off request versus not being there that day.
Yes.
So, and it's not a paid time off. So it's cumbersome.
Yeah, that, I completely understand. I have clients in the past and they had the same issue, and we as ADP can definitely, help solve that issue.
Okay.
And also, I know that you have to physically be in your office to do payroll, which could be a little bit inconvenient sometimes.
It's very inconvenient.
So, and also given that, looking to expand to another location, which, could essentially take a lot of time. So if there's a way that can really make it more convenient for you and probably like streamline the process so that way you can process, your payroll maybe on the go, would that be something that's beneficial to you?
A little concerned about on the go.
Okay.
I'm just concerned about any hacking or personal information for my my employees. I'm responsible for that.
Yes.
I am interested in streamlining that you said earlier, but I'm just wanting to know what your price is, because I do know ADP from me checking briefly can be not the cheapest route to go. So I'm for someone that's doing it herself.
Yes.
To having to pay someone to do it.
Yes.
I need to kind of see what that looks like.
Absolutely. I understand. We offer very competitive prices, and pretty sure that the value matches to what a person is paying for.
Okay.
And I know that you just mentioned consumer security, which before I just got with ADP, after I graduated college in last December, I was actually an intern with First Data Corporation, which we focus a lot more about security and transarmor solution.
Yes.
So we're dealing with a lot, how to anti-fraud for credit card, preventions, anything in that regard. So I can completely understand your concern in that part.
Okay.
So that's great. That's great. Now, can you kind of tell me what is your how often is your payroll cycle, and maybe how many hours you're spending in each one?
Okay, I do payroll. Well, they get paid twice a month, so two times out of the month. So I don't know what that equates to. I hadn't even thought about
it's
that,
semi-monthly.
Yeah, it is semi-monthly.
Okay. And how many hours would you say, just say, ballpark estimate for each pay cycle?
How many hours I'm spending on it?
Yes.
During a typical pay week, I'm taking out at least 3 days, not 3 full days, but a couple of hours for 3 days doing that. Probably 3 hours for 3 days. So that's what
9.
Yeah, 9 hours, 9 to 10 hours.
Okay.
A week. During that pay week, I'm doing that.
That makes sense. So would it be fair to say that if you since you're doing your payrolling on a bi-monthly basis, and with 9 hours per pay cycle, so that's going to be 18 hours per month, roughly?
I guess. I never really thought about it like that, but
okay.
I guess you can kind of calculate that, yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm spending the time, yeah.
Yeah. What I'm trying to do right now is try to assess your current situation.
Okay.
And based on, what you just told me, let's just say that you're spending about, 18 hours per month doing payroll, and, there's 12 months in a year, so essentially you'll be looking at around 216 hours annually for processing payroll, which is, non-revenue generating activities, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Right, so for around 200 hours, what would you rather do with that time, say if you had it back?
Spend time with my kids.
Oh,
yeah.
How many kids you have?
2. They're in high school.
That's
so
awesome.
I would like to spend time with them.
Absolutely, I understand.
It's stressful trying to split the 2.
Yeah, and plus we only have 24 hours a day.
Yes,
so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you need at least 6 or 7 to sleep.
Yes, yes. That's cool. Okay, so for this 200 hours, and just for the ballpark estimate, if you would have to put a monetary value on your time and effort, how much would it be for an hour? Just like an estimate.
Oh, I don't know. I guess give me $15.
$15?
Yeah. I guess so.
Okay, that's a fair number. Okay, so if I multiply that by the 200 hours that we just mentioned, well, essentially it's going to be $3,200 annually, which once again is non-revenue generating activities. Yeah. And with this money, which you mentioned before, that looking to could very be beneficial to use to expanding to a new location. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah, I guess you can think about it like that.
Okay, okay, that's great. All right, well, let's kind of shift gears a little bit, and if you can kind of tell me the whole process on how your employee collects in and out, and to how they receive a paycheck.
Well, they actually have a clock. I have a clock-in system.
Oh, okay.
In the back when they come in.
Yeah.
So they just clock in, and they clock out for lunch and clock back in. So it downloads all the information into our computer.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So everything is real-time reporting.
Yeah,
right?
It is real-time reporting. It's just a manual piece of knowing when someone's out for the holidays, or not holidays, but vacation and sick time, and that's approved already or something like that. And then if there's a mishap with coming in and they didn't clock in, but they were there, and having to correct that, it's a lot of time on me to correct things. I do the calculations, making sure everything is right, having to go through my paper to see whether there was some time that I need to add in because it was approved vacation time. And plug all that stuff in and print checks, sign checks, stuff checks, deliver checks, all that stuff.
Sounds like a long process.
Exactly.
Now, do your employees, since they do a clock in and out from the system, does that report to your managers and to you, or is it directly goes to you?
No, it goes directly to me and my computer. Goes
Okay.
directly into the computer that I use for the payroll.
Okay. Okay. That's totally understandable. Now, how many employees do you guys have?
7.
7? Okay. And okay, so for this payroll, I mean this clocking in and out process, and sounds a little bit time consuming. You have to do all the print checks and making sure that there's no errors in producing the checks. So have you encountered any sort of issues in that regard? Besides, could be a little bit time consuming.
Time consuming and just corrections if I miscalculated something.
Okay.
Because it's a manual process for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if I miscalculate and having to go back.
Oh yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah. So that it takes time.
Yeah, I took some math courses back in Kennesaw, and it's totally understandable. When I try to do all the calculations, you're having to go back,
and you're making sure you don't want to play with people's money. So
absolutely,
so it's manual with that in that regard.
Okay, well, based on what we do for a company as research, is that according to the American Payroll Association, we found out that there's actually 1.2% error rate associated with manually processing payroll.
Really?
Yeah. So with you having to go back and potentially check on all those mishaps and errors, which takes out a lot of time lost for reviewings and auditing.
Yeah.
Which you could use this time to, which you mentioned before, you like to spend more time with your kids and maybe try to use that money to expand to a new location. So if there's like a way to kind of like once again streamline the process and really be able to give you the peace of mind back by putting everything together, so that way you don't have to do as much in your own, would it be something that's beneficial to you?
I'm interested. So I want to see what the price is. That's the thing I'm really concerned about right now. And then I offer healthcare, so I'm concerned about price because I want to make sure that what I'm agreeing to is in line to what budgetary.
I understand, which I can show you in just a second.
Okay.
And last thing I want to kind of mention is that for why don't you know a little bit about your compliance and how do you what are some of the things you do to stay compliant?
Okay. As far as with the payroll and everything else.
Yes, ma'am.
I guess document and have my CPA, who's my cousin, take care of things. So my cousin files the taxes for me, and just he looks at my books for what I paid out and does the calculations for what was supposed to be, what needs to be withheld and what needs to be paid federally and state-wise.
Yes.
So hadn't had any issues.
That's good.
So I'm assuming that we're compliant.
Okay.
And I have documentation, so prayerfully.
Yeah, I got your fingers crossed.
Yeah. Prayerfully. So that's, I guess that's the best way. I don't have a compliance department. We're, a small team here.
Yeah, that's, that's understandable. And plus your cousin's CPA. I'm pretty sure you can, trust them to do the right job. And,
exactly.
Yeah, and I know that you previously mentioned about healthcare, right? So can you kind of tell me a little bit more about that?
I just offer a group health plan for for my employees.
Okay.
And so if they choose to be in it, then it's a certain price based off of how many in their family is going to be on it.
Okay, that's great. Yeah. Okay. So for us, ADP, we do offer various solutions in terms of benefits and compliance, such as the employee benefits and also tax credits, and also for IRS. They do a lot of rules and regulations.
Oh, we're not going to talk about the IRS. I'm so annoyed with the things that I have to do with that. But no matter what you do, they have their hands in it. So that's annoying.
Yeah, because I do have past clients with me. They having issues with being compliant, right? So what they did is they actually just went online and just print out a bunch of rules and regulation posters and just hang on the wall. I mean, which is not a bad idea, and it's just sometimes because IRS and other federal agencies are very strict about those regulations. So we want to make sure that nothing slipped through the crack and everything is all seamlessly integrated, because there are clients I deal with in the past and they could potentially find anywhere from $4,000, $40,000. And I'm not going to say this is going to happen to you. This is something that we, as a small business owner, we should be aware of in terms of compliance.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Okay. That's cool. Well, Ms. Ling, based on our conversation so far, looks like in the cash management department, you been spending about roughly 216 hours annually, and plus that's you say that 15 hours per hour, so that's about $3,000 you spend annually on processing payroll, which is once again non-revenue generating activities. And as you say yourself, you can definitely use that time and to maybe spend more time with your kids and expand to new locations. And for human resources, where in terms of how employees clock in and out, and it could be a little bit time consuming, and also you have to do all those manual checks and making sure that like everything is organized and nothing is in error.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something that we can also potentially help you with.
Okay.
And last but not least, for compliance, that's great that you have everything's going well so far, and let's just hope that keep going in that way.
Let's hope.
Yeah. Yeah, and I also know that you guys offer good benefits to your employees, which is something that we as ADP will also offer.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's great. Well, based on everything you told me so far, and I know that you're concerned about the price for ADP, which I can show you in just a minute.
Okay.
And so far it looks like the ADP solution that I'm about to show you will be a perfect fit for you.
Okay.
So with your permission, I'd like to show you what we got.
Okay. I'm interested in seeing that. Okay.
Awesome.
Now this is if I did sign up with ADP, I have to do everything over the phone system.
You don't have to do everything. We have like compatibilities with mobile devices and also on a computer. So whichever way is more convenient for you.
Okay, because I'm just concerned about having this kind of floating around with payroll stuff.
Right. You do have a smartphone, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
But I'm not one that's on there doing a bunch of stuff. It's just I have it because my husband got it for me, but I'm just making phone calls. I may text, and that's about it.
Okay, I completely understand. I'm kind of old school myself, so I'm not going to be able to be on my phone 24/7, right? So this is the app for ADP. It's called Run Mobile, and for this purposes, we're just going to demonstration.
Okay.
Okay. So you'll be seeing some fictional numbers.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. And you mentioned that you're doing your payroll in a semi-monthly basis, so there's like 24 paychecks essentially for a year. So, do your employees receive like their deposits or no?
No, I give them a check.
Oh, okay.
I give them an actual check.
Okay,
so
that's cool.
Stuff it and give it to them.
Yeah. So in that case, we can just turn it off.
Okay.
And
well, do you guys can you guys do direct deposit though? Because I think I'd rather do direct deposit.
Yes, we do. If that's more convenient for you.
I would think that'd be better for them too.
Yeah. So if you want to do direct deposit, all you have to do is just turn it on with a tip of your finger. So very easy. And that gives you like a list of your employees, whether it's paid salary based or hourly. And if you can just click on one of these employees, and we can go into details.
Okay, so let's do Robert Matthews.
Okay, cool. So in here, this platform which shows you his regular hours, hourly rates, and also vacations, which I know that you previously mentioned is something that you've been doing for your employees. And we also got like some compensations and deductions, and everything is all inclusive together.
Okay. All right, I see.
Yeah.
For health insurance and stuff too. Okay.
Can you see how this can really help you getting things a little bit more organized?
I can see that.
Okay. And also another cool feature that we have is that you can just switch over to another employee.
Oh, okay.
So that we don't have to going back and
and go to the long list.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So if this looks good to you, you want to hit preview.
Okay.
And calculate.
All right.
And that gives you like a summary about how much cash you'll be outlay to your employees, and also the taxes and to each of your employees, whether it's base salary or based.
So it tells all that. Okay, so it tells me the taxes.
Yeah.
Gross paid, employer tax, payroll tax. Okay.
Does it make sense?
That makes sense. All right.
Okay. Well, if everything looks good, you want to hit approve.
Okay.
And approve payroll. Congratulations, you just processed your first payroll.
Okay.
Under 5 minutes.
Yes. Yeah, that's very different than how I do it now.
How do you like it so far?
That's pretty easy. Still a little concerned about having that mobile thing going,
right.
But it is much easier. I see that.
Right.
I do see that.
With technology, at first I wasn't a big fan of that either. So actually behind me we do have a team of 6 implementation specialists who can actually come in and train your employees and on how to better implement this app, so that way you'll be able to use that with ease.
Okay.
Does that answer your concern?
Yeah. Now, how do you guys would y'all still need to use the clocking in and clocking out system that I have right now, or is there do you guys have different options for that?
No, we do. We cover we do have several options actually. We do have the the web-based timesheet. We also have the regular batch time clock, and we also offer a very secure biometric time clock if you guys want to use that as well.
Okay.
So we definitely got you covered on that part.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So Do you have any questions so far before we jump into pricing?
No, I'm just really interested in pricing for all this
okay.
stuff. Like, what does that include?
Okay. All right. Well, let me show you then. So this is our pricing chart.
Okay.
And time's up.
Time's up. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I think I did the best I can.
No, it's good because you were trying to break down where I'm spending my money.
Yeah. Okay.
I appreciate
Do you
that.
have any sort of feedback now?
Yeah. So what I'll tell you to do is go in. Your flow was good. Your conversation was good. Process through faster so you get to the full amount.
Yes.
Because for a business owner, they want to get to what is the price and what are you going to do for me with that price.
Okay.
Okay. So get to that part faster, and then after you do that, then show them how that equates to the online.
Okay, because I know you keep mentioning for your case, you keep mentioning about the price, so I think I should show you.
I was doing that. So do that. Let's get you this price. You see what it is. And then you can see all the things that we offer for this price, and then you can get it here.
Okay.
Does that kind of
Yes.
help you there?
Yes.